Eh bien, bonjour à toutes et à tous et bienvenue pour une toute nouvelle vidéo.
Have you done as I told you?
We have cleared out the houses and put up fires. All houses are occupied and our brothers are treating the sick and injured.
There is still some room in the guest house and in the dormitory. Tomorrow we will open the cathedral. We need all the room we can get.
Prior Philip?
Yes?
I am
sont là.
Tom, Master Builder, and I'd like to rebuild your northwest tower.
Dear God, you look even worse than the others. Like they haven't eaten in days.
They just don't stop coming, do they?
I have worked on Salisbury Cathedral. My last employer was the Earl of Shiring himself. I know my craft. If you let your tower collapse, it may tear down parts of the nave. Hire me, and I'll make it strong again.
I wish I could hire you. Repairs would cost much and we have nothing.
That child? You are raising a child?
My brother found Jonathan in the woods and brought him here. The poor boy would have frozen to death if it hadn't been for God's great mercy.
Jonathan.
Look, I am sorry, but all I can offer you is a place to sleep.
I'll accept. But I'd rather earn it. We didn't come here to beg.
Ask God then. That wouldn't be begging, it'd be prayer.
You remember what I told you about the kindness of monks? Ask God. That wouldn't be begging, it would be prayer.
Ah, Alfred est
I
plus
will
là.
pray. I will pray for a thunderbolt to strike the church and level it to the ground.
I wonder if they refused us because of me.
Pourquoi Tom ne veut pas réparer l'église?
Do they know you?
I used to live close to here, so it is possible.
Why can't Tom repair their church?
Because these monks want to hold on to their coin as long as they can.
And they can't see that it's about to collapse. If it did, I'd have work for a lifetime. But no, they believe it can all be held together by prayer.
Après, ils ont
Maybe
vraiment
that
pas
monk will
d'argent.
change his mind. He seemed nice.
He won't. I could see it in his eyes. He's a stubborn one.
Can I look around a bit?
Yes, but don't stroll too far. Be cautious of those monks. I told you the baby would be safe.
What baby?
Monks may be whips, but they take care of their own.
He will grow up to be a monk?
He will.
Well, I guess there are worse things than growing up close to God. Jonathan. That's the name they've given him.
A gift from God.
Au moins, l'enfant est en sécurité. Je savais pas que les chevaliers montaient à cheval et que les moines montaient en poney. C'est joliment dit.
Who are you? Ah, you're one of the refugees from Earl's Castle, aren't you? Did you see how they killed people? I don't think I could take it. We monks do not do things like killing.
Maybe it was Brother Marcus. Stealing food.
No. After that beating, he would never come back.
What if it is Prior James?
James is dead. He's still in the river. We couldn't put him to rest.
Ah non, j'aurais bien voulu rentrer. Ils mettent des planches dans le sol et Est-ce qu'il s'entraîne au tir ici? Comme dans la forêt. Non, mais... Oh! Quel gamin, hein. Comment on dit? Ah, mal élevé.
I will not change my mind on this matter.
Philippe.
We will help them, all of them.
Philip. During the chapter meeting, I realized how much anger is in me.
Do you truly think so, Brother Remigius?
Yes, but that does not mean that you can ignore my rightful doubts. As sub-prior, I demand an answer. How could we ever help all these people?
I still hear anger in you. You have a long way to go.
What if they start stealing from us? Think of the holy relics in our cathedral. Hey, what are you doing here?
Remigius here is right. This is no place for children.
Now I remember her.
What is it now, Remigius?
This woman. She came with the builder.
Yes?
She is not a refugee.
What do you mean?
She's an outlaw. She's been here in the past. Prior James warned me about her. She is not from Earl's Castle. She's from the forest.
But her husband?
I doubt they are married.
Young man, are you not the builder's son?
Non, faut être honnête
What's
avec
your
lui.
name?
Jack Jackson.
Son of Jack. Well then, you may go now.
He is not the builder's son. I knew it. He is her son. And of a man called Jack. Fornicators, that's what they are. Unmarried even. That woman...
I wish someone would just tear that cathedral down so we could start afresh.
That would require a miracle, and I really don't know a thing about them.
I'm so tired.
Come, I'll sing you a lullaby. Actually, it's Jack's favourite. A lark caught in a hunter's net sang sweeter then than ever, as if the falling melody might wing and net dissever. At dusk the hunter took his prey. The lark his freedom never. All birds and men are sure to die, but songs may live forever.
Prior James.
Oh, j'aurais peut-être pas dû prendre la bougie.
Very, very dry.
Ah, il va mettre le feu à la cathédrale ou je rêve? Oh non, non, non. Non, non, il doit y avoir une autre solution. Ça serait... Non, on peut pas foutre le feu à une cathédrale. On peut peut-être aller dans la maison du prieur directement. On peut pas y aller.
I am not a ghost, little redhead, even if I am at death's door. If you go first, I will put you in the ground. It's what I do. I'll make it a nice grave. You'll like it, but you must dig me one, too, when my time comes. Agreed? That's good. Good. You must not be afraid to die. Death is not the end. There is more after. That's the secret. That is what all this here is about. You see?
Elles sont plus propres qu'à Earl Castle. Ces moines doivent être très occupés. Oh, je crois qu'il faut vraiment mettre le feu à la cathédrale. Oh. Oh non, j'ai pas envie de mettre...
Yes? Oh, hello. I'm afraid we're out of food.
Who is it?
The mason's boy. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you. Come back in the morning, will you?
Those poor souls. They can hardly sleep. At least they don't have to take care of a baby.
Martha?
Leave her, Jack. She's been through a lot. I think she deserves a good night's rest, don't you?
Jonathan? Mother?
Not now, Jack. I know. But you have to be
We're
careful.
locked in now.
They must never know that you're his father.
Je crois qu'il faut vraiment mettre le feu à la cathédrale.
Like Mother's garden at home.
Oh, c'est sûr que c'est ça qu'il faut faire. Ah, c'est sûr. On va mettre le feu à la cathédrale. Oh, barre-toi. Pourquoi les portes sont fermées?
It's too heavy.
Putain, le bol. Grosse boulette. Grosse boulette. Grosse boulette. Je me suis ravisé à la fin, vous savez.
So much smoke. I can barely breathe.
Faut qu'on se barre.
I need air.
Faut que je descende.
Move, please. Maybe upstairs I can breathe. It's not moving.
Oh punaise.
I need to get out. So much smoke. There's a breeze coming from the back.
It is you. By God and the devil. They sent you back to punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you, to all of them. For my sins, cast me into the lake of fire.
My dear brother, only 2 days have
Oh mon
passed
Dieu.
since you left our priory. Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here. The Earl of Shiring was arrested. His castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate. A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin. Remigius said to expel them for their act against God, but I decided against it. They might speak their vows as soon as opportunity is offered.
Voilà, ça c'est bien.
Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother, even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is. I pray that this letter finds you in good health.
J'entends pas le
In
bruit.
consideration of my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I've made my peace and won't hear any more of it. I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
Ça se voit quand même un peu là, non? Quand on regarde. La personne qui a encore crié au...
No, no, no! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God. Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
Ah. Ah, ouh, le lendemain. Ouh.
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night, then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
It's God's punishment.
Or maybe not. Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something. Tell me, what do you see?
I see dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
Wow.
I see it. I see now.
Sincèrement, c'est pas trop mal pour l'instant. Bon, personne ne doit savoir que c'est moi qui ai fait, mais vous le savez, un jour, ça se sera. Et piliers de la terre dans les cendres, chapitre 5, l'homme dans les flammes. Ce que vous avez fait, vous avez été favorable à l'accueil des réfugiés, vous avez accepté d'enterrer Arnaldus quand il mourra. À cause de vous, les moines ne savent que Tom et Hélène ne sont pas mariés. Même si Philippe a su la vérité sur Hélène, elle a pu rester à Kingsbridge. Vous avez mis le feu à la cathédrale par maladresse. Vous avez convaincu Philippe de reconstruire la cathédrale de Kingsbridge. Qu'on est bientôt terminé. Winchester.
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop seemed assured that, because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Cour de Winchester.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course. Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Now we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Rencontrer le roi. Chapitre 6. Les Hamleys. Stephen, roi des Anglais, château de Winchester.
I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Earl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring Earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Par contre, Alfred... Ouais.
Philip, Waylon and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
L'évêque Henri dit une confession de Bartholomew pourrait nous aider. Eh bien écoutez, vous savez quoi? On va arrêter cet épisode ici, c'est passé énormément de choses. J'espère que cet épisode vous aura plu. Quant à moi, écoutez, je vous dis à très bientôt pour de prochaines aventures.